Hello, this is Judy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on the December 2023 stamp of the month from Close to My Heart, and it's called Christmas Snow Globes. What's special about this one, not only is it really cute, but it has die cuts that go with it. So these 4 images all have die cuts that cut out your paper. Okay, so they're thin cuts like this. So you can see the size. They're small on this photo, but the size is actually very nice card size. Now don't let it fool you. You don't have to use them as snow globes. You can cut out that inner image to use, okay? So I like using my Misty for something like this because when I'm going to make Christmas cards with these, and you can see I've used it a lot. What I do is I will cut out the thin cut and I will use this part that cut out as a frame to put my cut piece in, and then when I ink up my image, and I'm using intense black because I'll probably use some alcohol markers to color these, then I can close it in here and it's stamped. I can add another inking to it to make sure it's nice and black and crisp. And then when I take this out, I can put in the next one and continue on with every image just like that. So it helps with the mass production. Now, if you're new to my channel, I have a Stamp of the Month program that I provide to anyone who buys it from me. And I'll put a quick picture here so you can see the details. So the cards that I make, usually I make 2 designs and you get 2 of each design. This one I'm going to do just 1 design and they're going to be shakers. I haven't done shakers in a while. This is the design. You can see the shaker element here, and it is a really cute, easy shaker element. We're going to make a little shaker card here, and we're going to attach it to the front of this fun fold, and then this is going to be a little flap just to help close it. Now I did make this sample card with non-Close to My Heart paper, but there will be Close to My Heart paper in the kit. Okay, so let's go ahead and make one. Okay, what you get is the envelope and everything you need to go with it. The card base will already be scored. And then this full size, you can see our paper is double-sided. It has a dark side and a light side. Easier to see it like this. And you will get this for inside your card. You can use whatever side you want. Okay, I got everything situated to make it easier to show you. So you have your base plus this layer. This piece will go here. Your card will fold over. Makes it look like there's actually another piece here, but there's not. It's kind of a illusion card, right? So you're going to get this green piece that'll go on here, and then this one here, and then you have your acetate. Okay, so you'll also get this white piece, and it has a little fold here at the top. This will make it room for you to make your shaker. Okay, you can see that there. So this will go underneath here. Now it doesn't have to be the same size as that green piece, that's fine. You can trim it down if you'd like to. But it'll go here because it's really, that white piece is just to hold your shaker parts, okay? Another thing that I thought I would do is stamp on this. There's a really cool snowflake stamp in the stamp set, which is this one right here. It's a little border stamp. Of course, I love my border stamps. So it's quite large. Cover, I think probably 6 inches. Let me measure it here real quick. Be careful taking them off the first time you take them off. They are stretchy, but they can rip. Yeah, it's 6 inches. So it would easily cover the sides of the card here so that you just have a little decoration going on underneath there. So we'll do that. This piece of white is for you to stamp your snow globe on. Now the largest snow globe, this one here, does not fit on this card design. It's a little too big. So you can do any of these three. This one we can save for the layout, correct? So we'll do that. So let's make this little scene here. Okay. Okay, I got out my long block, and I'm going to show you an easy way to mount this because it is long and it's flexible. So putting it on a block, sometimes it could get off center, maybe a little squiggly. But if you put it down on a craft mat that's non-stick and then put your block on it, it's on its, the stamp is in the correct proportion that they designed it. Okay, so now let's turn our Versamat over, because this is a really nice stamping surface, nice hard or nice firm cushion. And we're going to take this piece and we're going to stamp here and here. So let me get a piece of scrap paper, and let's use evergreen ink because that's the color of the cardstock that I've got. And you might get different colors of cardstock in your kit. And you don't have to ink the whole stamp up. Make sure that it's lined up, hopefully. Press down, looks good. Now we'll do the other edge. Looks good. So it just adds a little interest to that base piece. So set that aside. And then this one, now I could stamp it like I showed in the beginning. And by the magic of video, I already have one done. Look at that. So this piece is pretty much done. We'll use the ink to distress the edges. I'm going to cover up the white core that's on the paper. And it gives it a nice crisp dark edge. You could run it along the top of your ink pad like this, depending on what kind of ink pads. I love our ink pads because not only are they magnetic closure, but they're raised so that I can do the side inking of my paper. And that way I don't run the risk of it falling over into the ink pad or what have you. I've done it all. All right, so that's good. And I think I'll ink these as well. And using the same color ink on all your pieces will also bring them together. So if you get different colored cardstock in your kit, you know, if you use the same ink on all the pieces, it really brings it together. All right. So this piece, let's go ahead and glue this one first. So open it up. I'm going to bring in my precision little glue bottle here. And we're just going to glue on the top here. I put it on this piece and then put it on here, but because it's bigger, I want to get it on here. And it doesn't matter if it's really centered or not because it's going to be all covered up anyways. I'm just going to try and get it a little bit over to the edge because the foam will show a little bit. Most of the pieces are cut precisely. I just happened to grab one that wasn't, right? Maybe it'll be a little easier to do it this way. All right, that looks better. So now I'm going to put this one on the top. I love this evergreen paper. It's so pretty. It can be used for a lot more than Christmas, right? So now I'm going to take this over to my die cut machine, and I have the Close to My Heart one, and it is very strong. Okay, so cutting intricate dies or anything, or cutting through 3 layers here, because it'll be the white, the green, and the pattern paper that I'm cutting through. So it will do this without a problem. And this will create my window for the shaker. So I'll be right back. With the magic of video, here we are, and it is cut through, as you can see, all 3 layers, no problem. Makes it so easy. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to color this piece. And I have colored them with my tri-blend markers, and I've colored them with my shimmer brushes. And the shimmer brushes are really cool. They will leave shimmer, which is really nice for the snow globe effect. So let's just color in some of the houses. And I'll do, and because they're so small, no need to do any shading or anything. It'd be very hard, except for maybe on the snow in the front. So let's see. And I'm using pale pink, vintage blue. This is tan. We'll leave the church that's in the middle there plain. And how about just a gray house? We'll do ice gray blend. This is a brush tip, that's why it's gray. All right, so those are done. Let's do some green trees. Okay, I brought out the dull green. And I'm not sure what this is in the front. If this is a house that's buried in the snow like we get around here, I doubt it is. It's probably some trees that have some snow next to them, so we'll just color them green. Those look like they might be trees. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, now we're going to do the ice gray again, and we're just going to create some gray on the snow because it'll have a little shadowing. And maybe at the bottom of our clouds. Now I need to get some yellow for the moon. And now I'm going to bring out my shimmer brush. All right, we're going to do a little experimenting here to see which one of these are good. Now, your shimmer brushes, make sure you shake them up. You can hear the ball rolling in there. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. There we go. It gets that shimmer all mixed up in with the color of the fluid, whatever fluid is in there, I don't know. Oops. And make sure you do not unscrew them. You pull the top off. So this is Bluebell, which is an older color. It might still be available. I'm not quite sure. See how once you get some of the liquid in the threads of that, it can leak. So try not to ever unscrew it once you get it. Once you start using it. Now mine I use for classes, so people naturally try to unscrew it when they first can't get it off. So thus some of mine do have ink on the end, and sometimes that one's not screwed on all the way. There you go. There you go. See how the ink is starting down the threads there? And I used a paper towel just to keep it clear. All right, that one, it's kind of a greeny color, right? And this is Seabrook, that's why. And the other one was Mist. That one is Mist. So this one is Glacier. So let's see. Oh my goodness, that's really dark. So we don't want that. So let's go with the Mist. And what I'm going to do is just go around the outside edge. And I'm going to follow the details that the artist put in here. And maybe just do a little bit on the skyline. Now I think I'll bring in the clear, just add shimmer everywhere else. I still got to do my moon. I brought in lemonade for the moon. You can see the ink around the edge there. Keep a paper towel handy and you can just add a little bit there. And you don't have to be real precise because the moon glows, so you can have it glowing. All right, so let's do around the bottom here. How about if we do charcoal? And this is dark, it's dark gray. But these shimmer brushes are semi-transparent, most of them. The color can be really deep, but it still adds that sparkle. All right, so our snow globe is done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this in here. So you want to get that fold so it's upright. It'll be okay if you don't get it precise, and we're going to glue it right in there. So to get it lined up, I'm going to just add some glue here and then place it right inside. And if it's a little off, it's okay because it's white on white, so you have that outline from the thin cut. Okay, so now let's put our acetate on here, if I can find it because it's clear. There it is, right there in front of me. Now this, I would suggest getting a little rubbing alcohol and just cleaning it. So I just get a little rubbing alcohol and put it on my paper towel. And I keep my rubbing alcohol in one of these bottles as well, so I can just squeeze it out in little amounts. I think I used my ATG. All right, so you're gonna put your acetate on the back here. And if it doesn't fit precisely, cut it down. So there we go. So now you need to get the foam adhesive in there. All right, now you're going to get your foam and you're going to line it up around here to make sure that it is all well sealed off. And you don't want it to show through your window. So don't get too close. Yeah, let's see, that should cover it. And I think this is 1/4 inch. But you don't want your sequins to fall out, so you want to make sure it's sealed all the way around. But I'm going to try and go as close to the outline of the snow globe so that sequins don't have that far to go and I don't lose any while it's being shaken. Let's see if I can manipulate that piece in there. Yeah. It sticks to itself really nicely so that if you mess it up, you can fix it. All right, so let's do the bottom here. And this will help it stay sealed. Do up a little bit on the top there. You don't want to get any up on that fold mark or it will hinder it sealing closed. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. Okay, and in your package, you're going to get a little baggie with sequins. You're also going to get some little pine branches and your sentiment layers. So I would take everything out. Unfortunately, some of your sequins may be attached to your pine branches, but it was that or give you tons of bags in your kit to send. Just pour a little out. You don't need too many because it's not a very big area. Well, my husband came down and was talking to me and I went ahead and closed this before I turned the video back on. Sorry about that. See, there's a little overhang here, so just take some scissors and trim it off. I'd rather give you too much than not enough. So our shaker portion is done. Isn't that cute? So you could put this anywhere. You could put this on a layout, add it anywhere. I didn't put a lot of sequins in here. It's really cute, but it gives the idea of a shaker. So there you have it. In the little sequin bag, you'll also have little die cut pieces that are for your sentiments, okay? There's a square one and then a rectangle one. And what those are is for your sentiments. And I love the font that they have on this stamp set. So happy holidays. And this is going to go glued to your tab. And this tab, oh, there's a sequin. Yeah, this is not the good time to be using sequins because they're sticking to everything. The static electricity, right? So let us put this on here. And line it up on the back because this will show when you open the card. So here is the base. And let's go ahead and glue this in. And I can see some little sequins here. So let me pick these up. And I'm going to glue them on there. So let's get this down. So you're going to just center this on the inside of the card. And then this piece is going to go here. And I'm going to close the flap, there's another star, just to make sure that it looks okay from the front. Because I would kind of like to have it centered with that flap closed. There we go. Now this is going to go on the front here. But we're going to put this behind it so that you can use it to open. And there's another star. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. And we're also going to put our pine branches here. And make sure they're not overlapping the edge of your card because this will fit into your envelope. All right. It hid all of that stamping. You can just see a little bit peeking out, which is okay. So let's go ahead and glue these down. So you're only going to put glue where it, I need to move it down a little bit. Only going to put glue down where it will hit the paper. I mean, you don't want to put it here is what I'm saying. So let's do this one. That looks good. Now you're also going to get little stars in your envelope. So let's get a random star out. These are extra ones. I'm going to put a star right here to cover that up. All right, so there we go. So now you don't want to put it over the whole thing, just where it's going to be attached to this. I'm going to line it up. Make sure the top and the bottom, and you can move it in a little bit. It doesn't have to be right to the edge here, I mean. So let's do that. And now you're going to put this piece down. I'm going to line this up. Very nice. Okay. You can flip it open and rub it on the back this way too. And then this sentiment's going to go here where it will be hidden. And if you want to write a personal message, you have this right here. Cute. All right. So I hope you like that. So 4 of these cards will be included in the kit. They're pretty easy to put together, a lot of steps, but it's not hard. So again, if your order is $100, you'll get the 2 layouts and this 4-card kit. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and I do want to mention, if you order early in the month and you want these cards sent so you can make them for Christmas, I can send them out. I usually wait until after the 1st of the month following to send everything. If you want these ahead of time and your order is $100 or more, then I can send them early. Just let me know. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.